Hi, this is Green Talk. I'm Bano Musavi. And Paulo is going to ask me some questions. This is Paulo Carino, by the way.
Why is a manhole round?
Why is a manhole round? Because men have round balls. No seconds. Do you see how fast I'm speaking? Do you think I wait a second? Oh, it's green.
What would you say to those who are trying to become something but they can't?
Well, how much do they actually want to be that thing? More importantly, how much are they willing to struggle to be that thing? Because you can't just like being that thing. You have to love everything that comes with being that thing. For example, I wanted to be a rock star, right? I don't give a shit about carrying my guitar to practice. I don't care about spending 8 hours after school failing at strumming whatever chords or learning how to read music. That's boring. I would just finger noodle a guitar on stage, right? That sounds fun to me, like getting bitches, getting whatever, right? Groupies, whatever. But I don't want to learn how to play guitar. So I want to be a rock star, but I'm not going to ever be one because I'm not willing to deal with all of it. So consider how much do you actually want to be this thing, because the problem most likely is going to lie in the fact that you don't actually want to be it. You just like the summit, not the entirety of the thing.
Do you believe in fate?
Fate.
Fate.
I believe that we can alter some fate, but I don't think it's like... People think it's very vague and abstract. I think the most I believe in it is that if you put yourself out there more, you're more likely for good things to happen to you. So I guess that's more statistics than fate, so I guess not. But I like the idea of it, you know? I just don't follow it.
If you were to make a business, what would it be?
A women's only nightclub.
Why a women's only nightclub?
Because women want to go to nightclubs, and moreover, not just nightclubs, but like actual places to dance. Like, you know how they did back in the day, right? In like the 1945, all that stuff, right? Swing dancing. I love swing dancing. But my point is, you know, they want to go out and dance, but they can't really do that because they have to worry about getting their drinks spiked, getting their arms spiked. You know, they use needles. That's ugh. Having to deal with men all up on them and stuff. And it's like they really can't do what they want to do. And plus, there's a lot of women who come from modest faiths, like hijabis from Islam, who want to go dancing, but they can't do that because everywhere they go, there are men, and they cannot be immodest in front of men who are not in their family, which is completely understandable. It's their faith, but that doesn't mean these women do not want to enjoy their life. They want to dance just as any woman might want to. So I think it'd be fun. Plus, the vibes are entirely different. Hanging out with a lot of women is so much more fun. I mean, Paula, you would know, right? I mean, so having a space of just all women who are able to experiment with all different types of music and not just that boring-ass Pitbull shit, like remixes. Pitbull's great, but the remixes are awful in the nightclubs. And then also just like a place where it's not like a really dense culture of you have to drink, you have to smoke, you have to do drugs in order to have fun. Just dance. I think I would get a lot of customers.
Do you think the night is better than the day?
If I'm alone, no.
How many kids do you want?
3 girls.
What if you get a guy?
That's fine, I'll still love him.
What if he can't do a backflip?
I can't do a backflip.
Ooh.
What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is large open bodies of water.
But you want to live near an ocean.
I fear it. I fear it, but I also respect it, and I also admire it. Those things all can go hand in hand. I fear it because I'm not going to be dumb and just go swimming when I know I can't swim sometimes. I can kind of swim. So that's why I fear it. But I still want to be near it. I mean, it's beautiful. Come on.
What is the most beautiful thing you've seen?
Myself. I'm literally not joking.
That's hard. What are you going to do after you graduate?
After I graduate, college or high school?
High school into only summer.
Only summer. I'm thinking I'm going to go to Toronto for 10 days with my grandpa, and then I'm going to go to Houston and hang out with my 3 favorite people and get high and just let them know how much I love them, and then go back to my house in Chicago and then get a job and then save and then maybe I don't know, go to the beach. That's like my only goals, you know? Just to see the people I love, get a job, and prepare myself to move out and then go to the beach.
If you could give your younger self advice, what would you say?
You can very well enjoy your present even though it sucks, and if you don't, and if you only live up to the future, and if you only wait for the future, you are going to pass by so many opportunities just because you think you couldn't have done them. And maybe you couldn't have, but it's still worth a try.
What stopped you from trying?
Fear.
What were you scared of?
That's personal.
If you could go to space, which planet would you visit?
I don't want to go to space ever. I hate it.
If you were to create a new world, what would it look like?
A lot of animals, mermaids, and fairies.
Which is your favorite supernatural creature?
Vampires, but like in the very modern and like kind of boring way. Just like imagine vampires living amongst us in like the modern world. It's not like all weird and cool and Twilight. I don't know, I've never watched Twilight, but I imagine it'd just be really boring. Like someone in IT would just be a vampire, and it's like something mundane. Like, oh yeah, I just kind of am allergic, to garlic, or like they just are very antisocial because they never want to explain that. Hey, I need you to expressively tell me that you want me to come inside your house, or just say, hey, I have like anxiety, so I'm just gonna believe you don't like me unless you invite me places. And then obviously your problems are solved because people are just gonna chalk it up to anxiety and being weird. So that's the less mundane aspect of it, but I think I like vampires for that aspect. It's just like, it's just really funny to me.
Would you be a vampire if you could?
Yes, but only if I'm not the type I just explained, because that's boring, and I'm not boring. I would be like the very exciting version of vampires in our pop culture.
Is your type boring?
My type? Like in people?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Then why do you like boring vampires?
I like boring vampires because they're funny to me, like they're adorable. I wouldn't ever like be romantically attracted to a boring vampire. That's boring, obviously. Paulo, just ask what comes to your head. The only thing personal is my childhood.
How does it feel to live a life with dimples?
It's a great question. I don't understand why people find them so fascinatingly adorable. I mean, I appreciate it because I'll take what I can get, but I personally don't get it.
What are you very passionate about?
I am incredibly passionate about putting people in their places.
What color mixture is your favorite?
Color mixture? I really like pink and green, but not like in an active as an adult way, just more like that color combination gave me a lot of peace as a child, and therefore I still very much adore it.
Do you hate riding airplanes?
No, I love it. But I love riding airplanes, it's just I don't have any good associated memories with them.
What's your favorite cloud?
Favorite cloud? I don't care enough about clouds to know their names.
Do you like rain?
I love rain.
What about it? The smell, the sound?
The texture and the vibrations.
What's your favorite frequency?
I don't know how to label frequencies.
If you were a jellyfish, which ocean would you want to be in?
I'd want to be in a lake where no one expects me to be.
What is a job that you wouldn't care about doing, but it's not really that cool?
I wouldn't care about doing as in I wouldn't like it, or I wouldn't care about doing as in I wouldn't mind it.
You wouldn't mind it?
I wouldn't mind a receptionist job. I feel like it'd be very calm. Maybe like in a nail salon, just a receptionist. Those are really nice. They get their nails done for free sometimes, and they just sit there and take appointments and like talk.
Okay, pause it, press done, and start a new one because I'm not listening to 20 minutes. That was 13
I love
minutes.
talking. We're back with Green Talk Part 2 because Paulo didn't want to listen to 13 minutes and 34 seconds of recording number 88.
Explain why you love talking so much.
I love talking so much because I'm incredibly confident that I have a lot to say, and I also had a lot of speech impediments as a kid, so talking a lot helped me overcome them. And also because I believe everyone should hear what I have to say all the time, because I feel like some people are really fucking dumb.
What's the most important thing that you want to say to people?
You really need to understand wanting something in its entirety versus just wanting the best version of something. And also, one more thing, and this regards to a lot of kids of immigrant families, especially daughters, is that we have this entire mentality of playing with our life with cards. Like, if I play this card and go to college in another state, then I have to get married to the person my parents choose for me, right? It's like playing one card and then sacrificing something else, right? And at one point, immigrant kids need to realize that if they truly want to be happy ever, then they have to stop playing and bargaining with their life and just take disappointments. And the only reason you're sacrificing something is because you're giving the power to someone else with that card. You're making your life into a currency. And that is something I wish a lot of kids of immigrant families would stop internalizing. And I understand it's not easy because you have the entire diaspora and everything, all that generational trauma and the community. It's difficult, but it must be done.
What's the worst advice you ever received?
Confucius. If you have a job, something like if you have a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life. That is absolute bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit.
Why?
Well, I've elaborated many times, but how much are you, okay, actually no, I have a story for this, and I found this on Tumblr. So there's this person who loved to be an artist, and she was great at it, and so she decided to take it up as a career, right? She went to art school, and then she decided to get a job as an artist. She fucking hated it. She almost fucking hated art, her hobby, her life because of it, because art is fun. Being an artist can be fun if it's just creating, right? But then when you make it into a job, it becomes chasing commissions, trying to convince people that, hey, I actually deserve to get paid for my job. You don't just get drawings for free. And then also having to draw what other people want, having deadlines. It's not just a hobby anymore, it's a job. And thing is, you originally liked it as a hobby. So just because you love to do something does not mean you're gonna love it as work, right? So I think the entire advice of following your passion is incredibly misleading because people are gonna pick what they love the most, which you can't blame them. Passion and love are pretty much synonymous for a lot of people. So they pick a job they love, like art, and then they hate it, and then they hate art, and then now they're miserable. But then the lady in this story ended up having some common sense. Good for her. She decided to quit the art job, go to law school, and now she does a bunch of lawyer shit that I don't know about. But it's hard work, but she enjoys it. It's work. She can separate work from her art. So now when she's done with her work, she can come home. She doesn't have to bring it home. You have to bring art home. That's not a job that stays somewhere. And she gets to do her art in her free time, and then she has a balance. So Confucius I'm not gonna be disrespectful. He had a lot of other good sayings, but otherwise, that one quote, the one quote that he decided to get immortalized for, it's fucking stupid. I kind of feel bad for him. Anyways, I should have kept this more close to my mouth. I'm sorry.
It's okay. What do you want to tell your siblings before you leave for college?
They will literally always have my support in absolutely anything. I don't care where I am. I will drop everything for those two people.
Why wear the color white?
You're wearing white.
No, I'm just asking subjectively. Because I couldn't think of a question.
Because it's a cute shirt, Paulo.
What is the worst haircut you've ever seen?
On myself?
No, that's just in general.
Oh, in general? You know those people who get layers chopped into their hair, but they never actually style their hair, so it's just pin straight hair at different layers and looks like jagged mountain rocks? Disgusting. And the worst part is it's so common because not everyone looks at the back of their hair and sees if it looks good or not. Now, to be fair, I didn't do that this morning either, so I can't be talking today. But generally, at least I style my hair after getting layers.
What's your favorite nighttime activity?
Sleeping. Or reading fan fiction.
How do you wind down at night or when you need to rest?
I listen to rain noises and I absolutely suffocate myself under the weight of a billion pillows and blankets, so I can't move and I'm forced to go into this really deep state of sleep. It's not really winding down, but it's definitely shutting it down. It's really nice.
Do you think you're overworked?
Yeah. But I can't blame anyone. It's my fault.
Why do you do it to yourself?
I genuinely don't know. My friend Luna said I'm a masochist, which has more to do with a different section of human activity. So I don't know why she calls me that, because I just think why not test my limits, right?
Do you believe in burnout?
Oh yeah, it's not something to believe in. It happens. It's scientific.
And are you burnt out?
Not yet.
Are you reaching your limit?
No.
Sounds like you're reaching your limit.
I'm not reaching my limit because I have 74 days until my last day of school.
What are you doing to celebrate your graduation?
Nothing. I don't want to. I might get some money though for gifts. but I have 2 other cousins graduating at the same time, and then 3 other cousins graduating middle school. And apparently in Illinois, you guys celebrate graduating middle school, so I have to share my graduation with like 5 other people. So I'm not really excited about it, but I do want to get graduation money.
But what if you celebrated it without them? What would you
Then
do?
I would love it because all the attention would be on me.
What would you do?
Oh, I personally would want to have like a rager, but I can't do that because it's like a family thing, right? So I'd probably just have a really nice party, get dressed up, and have a lot of people call me like the family princess because like that's what my name literally means. Not the family princess, but like princess. So like I just love being treated as feminine royalty in my parties. I mean, that was how my birthday party went. So it's like, I think that's what I would want. Because that same attitude invokes people to feel like, oh my God, I have to get a really good gift. Like, this is big, right? And so then I get more gifts. And usually they're monetary value because I don't let my family know me well enough to know what I would like to get. So it's either makeup or money, which I like both.
So they're worth something.
What?
So you want things.
Yes, I'm very materialistic.
Material girl.
No. Don't ever sing during our podcast again.
What is your favorite Mario character?
Actually, someone's asked me this question before. I just got major deja vu. I like Bowser Jr.
Why Bowser Jr.?
Because I like Bowser, but I don't like Bowser because he's a dad. So, Bowser Jr. Don't slow down.
Okay,
Do you want to answer some questions, Paula?
I think that would be rough.
Paolo, I think you're up there.
Get up, Paula. Come
Come
here.
Oh, there's two
Come here.
reasons.
I'll ask you some questions.
This is scary as hell. Okay, can you move to the side a little?
Make a really good
Oh
podcast.
no.
I think I would be a great podcast partner.
Dun, dun, dun. Sorry.
Andy, ask us some questions.
Green talk.
Green talk.
What's the best advice you ever received?
Are we repeating questions?
What's the best advice you've ever received?
I would say that taking things like one day at a time makes things a lot less overwhelming. So like bite-sized goals has just helped turn everything into not like a race and not like a giant wall to
Okay, Cassie
figure
Howard.
things.
I don't know if you got that reference. I thought that was really funny. Because you know how Cassie says, take one thing at a time when Rue's going through a withdrawal?
Oh, I haven't watched.
I haven't either. It's on TikTok, Paulo.
My bad.
I remember seeing you for the first time when we were sitting at the lunch table, and you know how sometimes you'd visit before you went to class? I think one of those times you were wearing something brown. That's like what I remember. Because you'd always visit her. That's just the first time I remember seeing you.
I don't remember owning anything brown.
You own a lot of brown things.
Well, now, then
I'm pretty
I feel
sure you
like...
owned like one piece of maybe it was
Yeah.
like beige. You owned a lot of beige.
Okay.
Okay. What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is not amounting to anything
Why?
because I feel like I have so many things to offer, and if I don't offer them, it is failure.
And how do you receive validation from other people?
I receive validation when they feel things from the things I make.
What if you could have an answer to any really petty question right now? What would you ask? Like, just say a petty question, like,
Andy, why are you so goddamn beautiful?
oh,
Genetics.
yeah.
That was good.
Paula, when you see that, what do you think of?
I think of like fabric, like the soft, like see-through fabric that are like wedding dresses are made of.
I
Like,
thought of corn.
oh, corn. That reminds me of mac and cheese right now.
What do you feel about mac and cheese?
I think mac and cheese is only good on intervals of time and not like mac and cheese every day for like a week.
How do you season your ramen?
I season my ramen by putting the packet in,
That's
and then I put the
I
egg.
expect more from you, Paula.
I'm sorry. I stopped eating ramen because my grandma said it has so much salt.
That's what.
And
The packets have the salt.
yeah. So
You season your own ramen.
see,
You don't have to.
but like I didn't know how to season it by myself, so I just stopped.
Paula, do you need cooking lessons?
I don't cook.
Why not?
Because
What do you
I'm
give a wife
bad
one
at
day
it.
who deserves a
Oh
woman
no,
who can cook?
I really want to learn how to cook.
Okay,
I
then
just
learn how to
don't cook.
Didn't learn how to cook.
It's like a juggling thing. It's like another thing I'd have to add to my list of things I need to
Actually,
do.
I take back what I said. I completely understand that. That's how I feel about languages and making friendships.
And going to the gym.
Yeah.
And and learning new skills like sewing and
word
embroidery. Sure.
Hatred.
Red. That was horrible.
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu is hatred for you?
No, I said Machu Picchu there. What do you think? I'm giving
Pikachu.
you.
For sure, Pikachu.
Feet.
Ogre. I don't know.
Plastic.
I keep thinking like you're adding your word association. Memories.
Plastic memories?
Yeah, because it's like a really sad anime.
Oh.
Somebody asked me if I
Andy.
watched that today. These nuts.
Bonsai trees.
Like his name is like, I don't know, there's like a Pokemon named like Bonsai or something. Bonsai.
French.
Oui.
France.
Je ne sais pas.
I was gonna say fuck them.
Did you say fucking?
No. Stop.
Oh.
Sorry, I just hit myself with your phone. It's a really nice phone case.
It's breaking.
What is this?
That's a link to Twice's account on Spotify.
That's what you got.
Gifted from Amal.
That's so sweet though. Amal
I
gives
know,
the best
right?
gifts. Amal, what's word association?
Gift giving.
You can't do that. I just said. Oh, you know, actually,
Sorry.
that's technically how it works. I just associated.
Yeah, see, I would have said that before.
What are your
you said
opinions
it.
on Amal?
I think Amal's love language is gift giving.
What do you care about? What do you think about her as a person?
What do I think about her as a person? She's like one of the most genuine people
Yeah,
that I've met. She does not fake things.
she does not. I love Amal so much.
And I really like how sometimes she talks so I don't have to. Because I don't like talking that much.
Which is really surprising because you're good at it. But I guess that's the Libra in you. What do you think about Nick?
Oh, Nick. Nick has so many talents,
Like,
but he doesn't want to share them, so I wouldn't know them.
so how do you know he has all these
I
talents?
know he has all these talents because before pandemic, he would respond in more than 10 or 2-word sentences. I would ask him straightforward questions and he would answer them. Now it's either good, yes, no, or okay,
He answers questions.
sometimes.
Yeah.
It's got to be really specific.
Okay. What do you think about Andy?
Andy is a homebody. He games, and I met him this year.
Really? I thought you've known him.
I know it's crazy, right?
I watched your video and like Andy was in. I was like, oh my god, that must be
I
really good
met
vibes.
him, and like the way we met was on Zoom. Like that was like the first time we met each other's names.
Mm-hmm.
And then before that, like this year when I first saw him in person, it was an AP test. And then after that, it was like we were at a lunch table
Mm-hmm.
and he was sitting alone in the middle and me and Can were sitting on the other side. And I was
Who's
like,
Ken?
Caitlin?
Oh.
I call Caitlin Can. No one else does.
What do you think about Caitlin?
Oh.
Oh, sorry, continue,
And then-
continue, but
That's kind of it. We asked
Okay.
Andy to sit over, and he liked Keshi, so we hit it off.
Caitlin.
Can is very unique. Can has a very big obsession with SpongeBob
Oh yeah.
That-
And K-dramas.
that I did not know was possible. She's the one that got me into K-pop and K-dramas and everything that has eaten my life. And I blame her for all of it.
She's also ridiculously fun to talk to. She's just really introspective.
She
and
has a very interesting life.
Yeah. Let's see, what else? Me.
Your mom. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me?
I was really.
My
I was
mom?
like waiting to say your mom for something, and I just decided to say it after the next thing you said.
That's so disrespectful.
And then you said you, and I was like, man, that didn't work.
No.
You have one of the best fashion senses I've seen, and you also are very smart, in my opinion.
Oh, in your opinion. Okay. I was
In
about
my
to say.
opinion,
I was
even
about to
if
say,
she
fuck.
doesn't think so.
Okay.
And I think you are very kind.
No.
No,
I mean, I don't know.
I think you're very opinionated.
Ani said the same thing.
And I associate Texas with you.
I talk about it a lot. I'm so proud to make one person associate Texas with me. That's
Like
great.
I had this like snow globe thing that I found in like my basement, and it said Texas, and I was like, I'm gonna give this to Bono.
Oh my
And then
God,
I
that's-
lost it. And
It's
I was
okay.
like,
Oh, I
man.
was gonna fall off. Holy shit.
I was like, man, I didn't give it.
Oh, it's okay. The thought of it is still just like,
Yeah.
I'm really proud of myself. I'm not even from
I
Texas.
think my family lived there for like a little, but I
It's
wasn't
pretty
born
big.
yet.
It's pretty big, so everyone lived in Texas at one point.
They
in their
went to a
family.
lot of places before I was born.
What's your least favorite city?
My least favorite city that I've been in,
No,
just
any.
ever, probably
to be
like,
there.
I feel like Montana sounds gross. Like Montana.
Describe your least favorite person.
I
Not like an
think
actual person, but like imagine all of the least
Andy
favorite.
Tran is. I'm just I think anyone
We can't get
that's
political on
like
here.
that's like incredibly close-minded and like they really don't like giving anything else thought except for what they think is right,
Okay.
and I think that's dumb.
On the list of basic ass answers.
What the heck?
Do you curse
Yes.
actively?
Yes.
I've only heard you
I
curse
say
once.
substitute for curses that I say in my head.
I've only heard you actually. He said fuck for the first
What
time,
the
and I was
heck?
like, huh?
What the
Huh?
heckster?
And he said it in the most casual way ever. It wasn't like something he was genuinely like upset about. It was just like he missed a thing in 8 Ball, and he was like, fuck. It's like
I say it sometimes.
I was just every time like no, I
It
literally
changes.
No, you know what I caught myself doing the other day? I was playing a video game with my friends, and just to be funny, like they did something, and I was like, what the heck? And I was like, wait, they don't get this. They don't get this. Paulo gets this.
No, it definitely is about like who I'm with, you know? Because like if I'm with like you guys, I like you guys understand
Yeah.
that it's like ironic
Yeah.
in a way, even though it's become unironic.
I was about to
But
say.
then like if I'm with like some like bro guy,
Then you don't. Yeah.
yeah, then I'm just like, what the fuck?
Do you consider Nick a bro guy?
I think Nick is not a bro guy because I don't hang out with Nick outside of school. But like, if I were to, I would say things like, what the hecky?
That's a crazy thought, like to have. Like, what is Nick like outside of school?
I would never know.
When I first met, like Nick, I thought you guys were like really close, because he would only talk to you at the lunch table, and I was like, oh my god.
It's weird because we knew each other before the pandemic. I think that's the only reason why. Yum.
What else? What's your least favorite time ever?
Time?
Yeah.
Midday. Anytime in midday, I literally have no motivation. I want to take a nap even if I'm not tired.
Yeah.
And the sun is so blaring that I don't want to go outside either.
Mess up.
Down. Does that say 20 minutes? I said I didn't want 20 minutes. I'm tired. That was crazy.